Howdy folks, my name is Lance090 and welcome to my tutorial series for Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead version .f, where in the last episode we talked about scenarios, professions, stats, and points and all that good stuff. Actually, we just talked about profession and stats last time. But this episode we're going to talk about traits, both positive and negative. We can ignore this column here. This is just how your character looks, so you can customize how your character works or looks, which can be fun, but I'm not going to mess with it because I don't really care that much. All right. Stats. Let's look at our negative stats first, because we need more points before we can even pick some of these anyway. So we need to give ourselves some negative traits. So when you pick negative traits, it'll show you here. And this is why we had to crank this number up to 30. This limits how many traits we can take total. But as you can see, it put -2 here, and now I have 4 points. Turn that off, I have 2 points. So every negative trait we get gives us more points to work with, which is fantastic because there's a lot of stuff here that's very easy to deal with. This gives you specific things that you have to worry about your character that make them worse, but sometimes you can manage it. So let's talk about these. Addictive personality is a great one. It makes it easier to get addicted to substances and hard to get rid of addictions. Just don't get addicted, forehead. Just don't do drugs. Just don't do alcohol. Easy, right? Easy money. So I always take that. Albino. You know what albino means, right? It makes it so you sunburn easily when you go out in the sun. This is manageable because you can carry an umbrella around. You can wear hooded clothes and stuff. Unfortunately, I don't think it counts like 100% skin coverage, like a skin tight suit or something, as fully protected from the sun, even though it should be. But if you have an umbrella or like a hood, I think specifically, those help deal with this. So it can be dealt with. The problem is you have to micromanage it, right? You're going to have to throw your umbrella away every time you go into combat, and then you're going to have to pick it back up. It's not worth the effort, even though it's manageable. We're not going to do it. Animal discord. Most animals don't like you. Aggressive animals are more likely to attack you. This only applies to neutral and woodland critters. As far as I've seen, there is no animal that becomes aggressive that from picking this that was not aggressive before. And as far as I've seen, aggressive animals are going to bite the crap out of you anyway. You might as well take it. It doesn't seem to do anything. If anything, it's going to make animals come to you, but it's going to make it easier to kill them and hunt them. Easy money. Asthmatic. You occasionally need to use an inhaler or suffer severe physical limitations. However, you're guaranteed to start with an inhaler. I haven't done this one in a long time, so it might have been changed. I'm seeing it's worth 4 points up here, so I have a feeling it's been changed. It's more difficult. This used to be not too bad of a pick, actually, because you start with the inhaler, you need to treat the problem. And inhalers are usually pretty common find as well. But the fact that it's worth 4 points tells me that this is worse than it sounds. I feel like I'm being lied to, that this is all it's saying. I'm not going to pick it. Bad back. Cannot carry as much as people with similar strength could. Your maximum weight carried is reduced by 35%. Weight is not as bad as volume. We're going to talk about that once we get into the game. But anything that deals with weight is not really big of an issue. Anything that deals with volume is a massive problem. Is one way to put it. So you can take this. 35% is pretty intense, though, so I don't think I want to pick this. And I think weight matters more now in .f than it used to. It used to not matter at all, basically. Now I think it comes up more often, so I'm not going to take it. Bad knees. Moving over rough terrain will slow you down more than normal. I used to take this all the time, because all you have to do is not walk through rough terrain, forehead. And there was very little rough terrain. You could obviously see it on the map. It's like walking over chairs or tables and stuff. You just walk on flat ground and be fine. The problem is now is there's huge swaths of terrain that are covered with tall grass. And tall grass slows you down. It's considered rough terrain. So that's going to get multiplied by this. It's no longer takeable because of this tall grass that's everywhere. I would not do it. Bad temper. Just makes you angry all the time. I would not take this because when your mood is bad, it makes your focus go down. When your focus is down, it's harder to earn skills and points and stuff. So we're not going to take it. Chemical imbalance. Minor changes to your internal chemistry will manifest themselves on occasion, such as hunger, sleepiness, narcotic effects, etc. This is just incredibly chaotic, where just terrible things are going to happen to your character for no reason. We're not going to mess with it. Clumsy. You make more noise when you're walking, and you're more likely to set off traps. Let's see. Noise. I used to care about it a lot, but now I don't think it matters so much. Zombies always seem to see you before they hear you. I'm going to go out on a limb and I'm going to take this. I'm going to assume that our 10 perception is going to be good enough for traps, and I'm going to move on. Deaf. It earns 4 points. You're not able to hear anything. As such, you're not able to talk to NPCs. What it also doesn't tell you, well, I guess it is sort of telling you. When you hear stuff in the game, you can see it on the screen as little yellow question marks if you don't see what caused the noise. So, like, for example, let's pretend that this line here is a wall and you're standing here. If a zombie punches a car out here, there'll be a little yellow question mark pop up, and then it'll say something in the sidebar of what you heard. If you're deaf, you're not going to hear that or see that. What else it doesn't tell you here is it actually changes the sound pack. Your sound pack will not play any noises for, like, anything. You'll have the music, I guess, but you won't have anything else, any of the other noises, because you can't hear. We're not going to pick it because that kind of turns off too much of the fun stuff of the game. But I don't think hearing is actually that important. So it might be worth those 4 points if you don't really care about, like, the audio and stuff. But since I'm recording a video for people's entertainment on YouTube, I'm going to leave that off. Disorganized gives you 1 point. You retrieve things from containers 10% slower. This used to make it so it was a penalty to how much volume you could carry, which is absolutely unacceptable. I just told you how important volume is. Now that it's how long it takes to retrieve things from containers, it's a little different. But there is still situations, like, I know for a fact, like money. If you get a big stack of money, your character pulls that out dollar by dollar instead of, like, as a whole wad, for lack of better words. So every dollar is going to be multiplied by 10% on how long it takes to pull out, which I don't think we want to do. I'm not going to do it. Farsighted. Makes you farsighted. You have to wear glasses or you won't be able to see things close to you. Reading, melee, accuracy, electronics, tailoring, and stuff. But you start with the glasses you need, reading glasses. And reading glasses are pretty common to find as well. So it's not so much of a problem about finding glasses to wear. What it doesn't tell you here, though, is you cannot wear a power armor helmet at the same time as wearing reading glasses. And some people will say, oh, well, the benefits of wearing a power armor helmet outweigh the penalties for not having glasses. No, I don't think so. I don't agree. So I don't take the farsighted. You'll find lots of people tell you to take farsighted and nearsighted. I don't do it. Fast metabolism. You require more food than most people, but you recover stamina slightly faster. You could take that one. Food isn't that hard to find. The issue is they've changed how food works, and it is kind of like a really annoying system now, and I don't like it that much. So I feel like this would make the already worse food system even worse. So I'm not going to mess with it. But we could get away with that one. Flimsy is your body. I think this means specifically your torso. We'll see once we see some of these other ones. Has 25 less HP, and you heal slightly slower. I would not take this because you already heal really slow in the game now. You used to heal really fast, but they've changed it. So I would not take this just because of the fact that it says you start heal slower, but it's basically a hard mode pick. A lot of people who are really good at the game will pick this just to make it harder. Forgetful is a free pick for us, mostly, because we don't have skill rest on. This makes it so skill rest is worse. It's not on, so what's it going to do? Well, it's going to make it so we remember terrain less. I'm not too worried about this. So you have... I'm just going to explain it once we get into the game. But memory of the terrain isn't that critical, I don't think. And the way the game used to work, like, you didn't remember terrain at all. So this, even being forgetful, is still better than the default game was not that long ago. All right. Okay, so when it says By your body, it does mean every part of your body except your head, I think. Oh, it stacks with Glassjaw, so it must also include your head. Just want 75% less HP. Do not take this if you're watching this video, basically. If you're watching the tutorial, you can't handle that, man. Your body breaks very easily. 50% less HP. No thank you. Genetic downward spiral. You mutate frequently, and all your mutations you receive are negative. No. Last jaw, you saw this, said it could stack with all those negative health penalties. No, this makes your head very squishy. Don't do it. Grain intolerance. You can't eat wheat-based products. Annoying. I don't like having to micromanage what food I can eat. Hates books. You're going to want to read a lot of books. Don't take it. Books give you stat bonuses and stuff. Don't do it. Hates fruit. I don't like micromanaging what I can eat. Hates vegetables. I don't like micromanaging what I can eat. Heavy sleeper. Fantastic product. Noises are unlikely to wake you up. Unless you have wandering spawns on, that's never really going to come up. If you're sleeping somewhere where you're remotely close to zombies, you're doing it wrong. So this should never happen. For one thing, you should never have something that could kill you in your sleep. It can happen. That's what this is about. The game actually simulates time while you're sleeping, and you can get killed in your sleep by creatures. I've never had it in 5 years or whatever of playing this game. It's never happened to me. If anything, it's a positive. This means your character is not going to wake up as much at night from just hearing like a dog outside or something, you know? It's actually a fantastic item. Your body dries out easily. You need to drink more water. It's pretty easy to find infinite water sources in this game. However, this would still be kind of annoying to deal with. So I would say it's something you could pick, but it's not something I'm going to pick right now. Hoarder, unless you're carrying as much as you can, you're going to have a morale penalty. No. We want our inventory empty so we can pick up new stuff. Illiterate, heck no, we need to read books. And perceptive healer. I used to take these things that slow down how fast you heal, but now they've made it so it takes a really long time to heal, so I'm not going to do that anymore. Insomniac. You have a hard time falling asleep. No, it's really annoying. Jittery. You're under the effects of stimulants or very hungry. Your hands start shaking uncontrollably, severely reducing your dexterity. No, thank you. That's a really bad time. Junk food intolerance. It's not as bad as the other food intolerances, but there's a lot of times where I'm just like, I still like micromanaging that stuff, so we're not going to take. Epileptic psychosis. This used to just be called like insanity or something like that. And then I think it was, it became not PC to say that. So now it's like, there's an excuse of like aliens are invading your brain. But you periodically suffer from delusions. You know what? I think it was just called schizophrenia. Yeah, it was schizophrenia, but they've changed that. You periodically suffer from delusions ranging from minor to full hallucinations. Heck no, this is another chaos one where you're going to see weird creatures all the time, and it's going to look like on the screen like you're actually going to get in a fight with something. And you're not, and it could get you killed really easily. Lactose intolerance, don't like messing with it. Langorious. Whether due to lack of exercise or poor diet or natural lack of physical endurance, you tire from physical exertion. Your stamina is 25% lower than usual. No, thank you. We're going to find situations where we're getting attacked by gigantic hordes of zombies, and we're going to have to bash our way through those one zombie at a time for hours at a time. We can't take a stamina penalty or we will not be able to do that. Lightweight. This is basically, this always goes hand in hand with addictive personality. Alcohol and drugs go straight to your head. You suffer the negative effects for them longer. Don't do drugs, forehead. Easy. Easy money. Meat intolerance. Your only long-term food source is going to be meat. So of all the food penalties, this is the worst one. Absolutely not. Mood swings. Your morale will shift up and down at random, often dramatically. This can go up. It doesn't always just go down. But if your mood is very bad, your character can't do anything, which is super annoying. So we're not going to do it. It's only worth 1 point now, too. I think it used to be worth more. Narcoleptic. You randomly fall asleep without any reason. That sounds horrible. No, thank you. Nearsighted, we talked about glasses. No, thank you. I want to be able to wear a power armor helmet at the end of the game. Nomad. If you stay too long in one location, you get upset. I hate this. I want to build a big base. I want to have huge piles of stuff. No, thank you. Pacifist. You don't like thinking about violence. Combat skills advance much slower, and you feel guilt about killing. We're going to be doing a lot of killing. No, thank you. Pain sensitive. Things always hurt you more. Pain is increased by 25%. Feel like we'll have like a panic attack of pain, because there's some stuff in this game that really friggin' hurts. Like cauterizing a wound gives you like 90 pain, and sometimes you just have to do it. So 90 times 25, your character might just like have a heart attack or something. I don't know if there is something like that in the game, but I've never pressed it. I'm not going to do it. Poor healer. No, thank you. It used to be good, not good anymore. Poor hearing. Sure, absolutely. You can usually still get the little question mark hearing pop-ups even with this on. I don't really use them that much, and it doesn't affect the audio quality or whatever, so I'm not going to care. Let's just do that. Ooh, Pyromaniac's fun. You have an unhealthy obsession with fire, and you get anxious if you don't light them every now and then, and often stand near them. However, you gain a mood bonus from doing so. This is free real estate. It's really easy to find lighters and matchbooks. All you have to do is just light like a piece of tall grass on fire somewhere. Just make sure you don't cause a big forest fire or burn down a house. You can even burn down a house if you want. Just houses everywhere, and you're not going to use them all. Well, why not? So you get a mood bonus from lighting fires. Also, you're going to be cooking food all the time and lighting fires to cook the food. You get a mood bonus. It's actually a positive trait. Just take it. It's awesome. Rigid table manners. I have mixed feelings about this one. You have to eat at a table and chair to not get a morale penalty. And if you do eat at a table and chair, you get a morale bonus. It's pretty sweet. It's kind of like Pyromaniac, where it's free real estate. The only problem with this one is when you take pills or medicine, that's considered eating. It's kind of annoying, but it's the game trying to be realistic, but it just kind of sucks. Like, really, would having rigid table manners make you freak out if you had to take medicine out on the street somewhere? I don't think so. But we'll take it because it's usually better than it is bad. Savant, all your skills advance slower except one that you pick, which advances faster. No, thank you. Sleepy. It says you still spend most of your time awake. What I've found is Sleepy actually makes you sleep like as much as a normal person in real life. I think it actually makes things normal, so we're going to keep that. Slow-footed, no thank you. We need to be fast. No slow healing. Slow learner, no thank you. It makes our XP go down. Our XP go up slower. Slow reader. Slow reader. No, we want to read books quickly. Squeamish. You can't even think about putting filthy clothes on yourself. It's very easy to clean clothes in the game now. It used to not be, but now it is. We're going to go ahead and take that. You don't want to wear filthy clothes anyway. It gives you a morale penalty even if you don't have this. Strong scent. Your scent is particularly strong. Not offensive to humans, but animals that track your scent will do so more easily. We can probably pick this one now. I used to not pick this because I thought stealth was important. It used to be, but now they just see you from across the map, so just take strong scent. Why not? Your skin is fragile. Cutting and bashing damage is increased for you. No, thank you. Topographophobia, blah, 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 blah. Makes it so your sight radius on the overmap is less. No, thank you. Truth Teller. This used to be part of the big three. Truth Teller makes it so it's hard to tell lies to NPCs. Rarely comes up. Ugly makes it so NPCs have worse reactions to you. Who cares? They're NPCs. And then they got rid of the good one. There used to be Trigger Happy as well. And that was the big three. Trigger Happy made it so if you had a gun that could fire burst fire full auto, your character might do that on occasion instead of doing single fire. It's gone though because it was considered too good. So the big three are gone. Rest in peace. Wayfarer. Traveling with vehicles is off limits. No, thank you. The vehicles are really fun in this game. You could do this, but the vehicles are fun, so I wouldn't do it. Weak stomach. You're more likely to throw up from food poisoning, alcohol, etc. I go ahead and take it. As long as you don't eat bad food, you're going to be fine. And you can see easily what food's bad and what's not. Weight extra small and extra large. These are actually nightmarishly hard. Now I've actually tried them. They should really be part of scenarios, I think. They make the game really hard, so we're not going to do that. Wool allergy, again, is another micromanaged thing. You're going to have to look and see if clothes are made of wool. I don't want to mess with it. I just want to put stuff on. So that's our negative traits. We actually got 20 points of negative traits. And obviously, that's 8 more points than we would have gotten if I hadn't gone into the settings and changed it so I could get more. So that's why I did that. Anyway, we're out of time for this video. We're going to have to do the positive traits in the next one. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, remember hit the like button. Keep the conversation going in the comments and subscribe if you'd like to see more. Until next time, hope you have a good day.